أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to all students to our G4 Quran class. In today's class, our learning objective is we're going to be learning Ghunnah, the nasalization, and Tashdid. Um, So before we start our new lesson, I will ask my support teacher to please once again uh, tell you how to log in correctly for Zoom to make sure that you know how to log in with your correct IDs.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum salam.
Sorry, I got unmuted. So I want to just repeat again what we've been reminding everybody every class so far, which is how to correctly log in using the Zoom app. So on your devices, whether it's a laptop or any other device that you might be using, just first of all make sure that you click on your Zoom icon, on the app icon, that you should be able to see. And all of you have done that because you are here right now. Then you have to make sure that you click on join a meeting, the blue button. Make sure that you should be able to see this next window where it says join a meeting at the top. This is the screen that you should get. Sometimes the box that's been highlighted here in red, sometimes that already has something written in it, a name or your device name. Make sure that you write your ID in there and don't leave it like that, because it gets really difficult for the teachers that are teaching on the day to know what student it is that's got the device. And also remember that you have to click all of these three boxes, which are remember my name for future meetings, tick, don't connect to audio, and tick turn off my video. Also, we always try to remind everybody to have maybe a sticker or some sort of cover on top of your camera, just in case your camera comes on accidentally. So for your ID, where there was a name before, make sure that you write your ID that you've been sent in an email. So that starts with a capital L, which is followed by 3 numbers, like in this example. So that's where you write here. And then, like I said, tick all of the boxes, all 3 of the boxes, and then you should be able to click join once you've done that. Sorry, before you click join, you have to also type in the meeting ID, which you should have been sent also in the email with the confirmation. And that once you've added that and the name and your ID, sorry, then you'll be able to click join. All 3 boxes are ticked, and this is the screen that will come up then next. This is the screen that you have to enter the password in. This is the password for the meeting. It's not a password that you've created. It's a password that you've been given to join the meeting. So you have to type that in here, and then you should be able to click on join again. This is the next screen that will come up. You've all seen this, where it's sort of connecting, loading. Then once you see this next, I think this might only happen the first time. After that, I don't think you probably won't see it after that. But to finish your registration to join the meeting, you'll just have to give your email address, and that should be the one that you supplied when you applied for the course. And then also then you'll also again be able to click this join meeting button. So it's a few times when you have to click through this. And this is the screen that you should be able to see next, where the host is um, going to let you in when they're ready at 7, inshallah. And this is the screen that you'll see. So you just have to wait patiently. If you go to YouTube and you type in nqc.org.uk in the search bar, that's where you should be able to see all of the uploaded videos and all of the material that we've put online. Is there a next slide or? Yeah. So then you can click on this on how to join Zoom using your mobile phone, and then you can just go through those as well if you're turning on with your if you're sorry signing in with your mobile. And yeah, it's that's it basically. Um, can I just I'd like to remind everybody that's here right now to please, if you haven't done so, can all students can sorry, I'm just admitting some students. Can all students make sure that if they haven't changed their names, I'm not going to name anyone right now, but I can see that there are still quite a few of the students that haven't changed their name yet. So if there's your device name showing in the list, or your maybe first name or some other nickname, change that please as soon as possible right now, because from today we'll have to put you in an area called the waiting room, where you won't be able to be part of the class that'll be going on, and you'll have to stay there until we've seen that you've changed your name to your ID. So whoever doesn't do that within the next couple of minutes, I'll have to put you in the waiting room, unfortunately. And just kindly change um, change it to your ID that you've got. Jazakumullah.
Jazakumullah Sana Jaza. That was a very good explanation. I hope all the students understood how to log in properly with their correct IDs. Okay, now we will move on to revision of the previous lesson to make sure that all of you know what we were doing in previous class. So in the previous class on Thursday, we did the Huruf Mud. Um, we covered this lesson, letters of elongation. So I want the students who know the answer to the questions I'm going to ask, please raise your hands. So my question is, how many letters of elongation are there in Arabic? And the support teacher can select any student who has raised their hands, please. Okay.
Sorry, I got muted.
No, that's okay.
I had unmuted a student, but I didn't know my mic was off.
Oh,
I got unmuted L301.
L301. Assalamu alaikum. L301. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. So, do you know the answer to my question?
There are three huruf mad, alif, waw, and ya.
Jazakumullah. That's right. And for how long should we prolong the huruf mad?
For
Letters.
the beat of for 2 beats or 2 seconds.
That's correct. And Jazakallah. That's the right answer. Thank you, Jazakallah. Okay. Can I get another student?
Yeah.
And my next question is, so the letters of elongation, I'll bring up the next slide here. are three. We have three letters of elongation: alif, waw, and ya. And so there's a rule according to which we follow. How do we know when the alif madda or waw madda or ya madda has to be elongated? Can anyone tell me the rule about that?
Yeah, I've got a student on the mic, L252.
L252.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Then is it when there's a fatha before alif, you have to prolong it for 2 seconds, and if
Yes.
there is a kasra before ya, you have to prolong it for 2 seconds, and if there is a dhamma before wow, you have to prolong it.
Jazakallah, that's correct.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah. That's correct. So when alif is preceded by a consonant carrying the stroke of fatha, it is identified as alif madda. A waw preceded by a consonant carrying stroke of dhamma is called waw madda. And ya preceded by a consonant carrying stroke of kasra is called ya madda. You have to remember these rules. So we know where the alif madda, waw madda, and ya madda have to be prolonged for 2 seconds.
Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No
I
problem.
was just wondering if I forgot to remind the students how to change their names, and I actually saw
Okay.
it was explaining that I think one student had raised her hand. Maybe they don't know. Should
Yes.
I just quickly explain that?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
So for those of you that might not be too sure how to change your name to your ID, when you click on the participants panel, the list should open with the names. And then what you do is you go to your name, which should be at the top. That should be your student name or your name or your device name. And if you haven't changed it, if you go next to your name, you should be able to rename. There's a blue box that comes up. It says rename. When you click that, then it says enter a new screen name. And then you obviously start with the capital letter L and then the ID that you were given, 3 numbers, and that will change that for you. So please do that now, and then we'll just see if still people haven't changed it, then we'll just have to put them in the waiting room because we all need to sign in with our IDs, and if there's any problems, then we can get you back into the room. But Jazakallah, I've seen that so many people have changed that now. Okay, Jazakallah.
Jazakallah. Okay. So we were just going over the revision of previous lesson. I'll also ask another question here. Can you tell me how many huruf tafkhim letters are there in Arabic?
I've got student L256 on the mic.
L256.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Walaikum salam.
Yes. Can you tell me the answer?
Yes, there are 7.
Yes. And do you know which ones are those?
Yes, they are the thick letters, and they are Kha, Sad, Dad, Ghain, Ta, Qaf.
That's correct. And
Sorry,
Zaw.
I think have I missed one out?
Yes, Zaw.
Za. Yes, sorry.
Twa and Zaw as well. Yes, that's correct. Jazakallah. Okay, so now let's move on to today's new lesson. Today's lesson we will be covering the nasalization sound mushaddad and mushaddad letters, how to pronounce them, and also uh, the as we discussed here, Ghunnah and Tashdid. So let's go to our common errors. So this is our Talimul-Quran from the Talimul-Quran book, common errors, number 10. So the rule says, do not pronounce mim and noon mushaddad without ghunnah, nasal sound for less than 2 counts beats or seconds. So whenever mim or noon mushaddad are their letter, like for example in these we can see here noon mushaddad, mim mushaddad. So whenever mim or noon mushaddad are their letter, appear in letter, then make sure that you pronounce it with a ghunnah sound, that's a nasal sound, for 2 seconds. So can I have one student to read this for us?
Yes, I've got student L257.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाह।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम।
ये पढ़ा जाएगा मक्कन्नाहु।
Yes, Jazakallah. Make sure that you say Auzubillah and Tawbah and Tasmiyah.
Okay, okay, inshallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Auzubillahi minash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Makkannahu summun mannan a'imma.
No, that was not correct. Sorry. So, do you want to read this
My
again?
screen is. Yeah. Immatan
Correct.
fa'atammahunna.
Jazakallah. That's good. Okay. Can we have another student, please?
Let me mute this one. Can I just remind all of the students, if you signed in from more than one device, maybe because you have more than one student that are attending this class, make sure that they aren't both turning their audio on, because I think it makes a difference to the audio quality, and maybe sometimes there's an echo, some feedback. So just make sure that, or maybe even having another device next to your device can, I think, make the sound go a bit bad. So just try and take care of that. The next student is L258.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. So I will just go over the next common error first. So it says, do not pronounce ghunnah if noon, sakin or tanween appears before a lam with shadda or va with shadda. So if you understood the rule, you can start, or do you want me to explain it?
You can explain again.
Okay.
Just to make sure. Yeah.
Yes, of course. Okay. So in this rule, it says that whenever there is lam mushaddad, like here, lam mushaddad or ra mushaddad. So mushaddad means the letter that carries the tashdid. So whenever there's lam mushaddad or ra mushaddad that appears, and there's before that lam or ra mushaddad, there's noon sakin, then we do not pronounce the Ghunnah sound of the noon. So, and also, like in this example, we have tanween. So, the tanween sound, we usually make a Ghunnah sound, nasal sound, right? But here we have la mushaddad after the tanween. So again, because the tanween sound, like it ends with the noon sound, like shidadun. If la wasn't here, then shidadun, the sound would end with the noon sound because of the tanween. But here, when it is followed by la mushaddad or ra mushaddad, a tanween followed by la mushaddad or ra mushaddad, then the nasal sound of the noon sakin or tanween will not be pronounced. So if you can read these examples for us.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم من لدنك
Okay. Sorry, I'm interrupting you. Um, I don't know if that was just um, a mistake that was uh, you didn't notice it or what happened, but here you prolonged the fatah sound for more than 1 second. So make sure the fatah sound should only be pronounced for 1 second. Min ladunka,
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
min ladunka. So the lam sound should not be prolonged for 1 second, more than 1 second.
من لدنك من ربي شداد له
Just make sure, sorry, just make sure that the noon sound doesn't appear at all. The noon sound should not be heard at all because the noon sakin or the tanween sound is preceding, is followed with the lam mushaddad and ra mushaddad in examples. So the noon sound here should disappear. It should not be heard. Min ladunka.
من لدنك من ربي شداد الله من له.
Jazakallah. Okay, so we will go on to our next common error. Next one is pronounce Ghunnah not less than 2 seconds if noon sakin or tanween appears before a ya with shadda or waw with shadda. So in these examples, we have a ya with shadda and a waw with shadda, and before the waw and ya shadda, there is noon sakin or a tanween. So make sure that when noon sakin or tanween is followed by ya mushaddad or waw mushaddad, then do not pronounce the Ghunnah sound for more than 2 seconds or less than 2 seconds. So in these examples, we have to make sure that we make a nasal sound, the Ghunnah sound, for no less than 2 seconds and no more than 2 seconds. I will read one example for you here. Menu. So here, make sure that for 2 sounds, there should be sound of Ghunnah, the nasal sound, should be heard over here. Menu. Can I have student, please, to read these examples for us?
Yeah, I've got student L262.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم من يؤمن من بال نارا وهاديا
That's correct. Jazakallah. Very good pronunciation here. Jazakallah. Okay. Now I will move on to the practicing of these rules. Can I have another student, please?
Is it possible to buy more from Tesco?
Okay, I've got student L268.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Can you please read the first line for me? And make sure to start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah.
Yeah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم محمد متم يغرنك أهمتهم غما بغم لأكفرن أدعوهن لترون.
Jazakallah. Can you repeat this this word for me again?
أدعوهن.
Make sure that you pronounce the ayn sound different than the alif sound. Because with alif we pronounced it oo, with ayn we pronounced it oo. So make sure that there should be a difference between the alif sound and ayn sound.
Okay. أدعوهن.
Ud'uhunna.
أدعوهن.
Jazakallah. And same with the ha over here as well. This ha should be also be pronounced different than the other ha sound, like here. It should be different. This ha sound should be like Muhammadun. So it should be different from the other ha. Jazakallah for that. And can I have another student?
Yep, the next student is, sorry, is L269.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Can you please start with the third line?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بيناه تحسبن لم يتسنه فسواهن.
You can continue.
لتبيننه إذ همت لأدخلنهم لتبلون.
Jazakallah. Okay, can I have another student, please?
Yeah, the next student will be L L272, please.
Exactly. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Yes. Can you start with this line, please?
ठीक है. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لتبيننه إذ همت لأدخلنهم لتبلون يعمر ألفا لتسمعن لتجدنهم كأنهم
Jazakallah. Can I have another student?
So the next student is L273. Sorry, muted again. Sorry. I'm having trouble unmuting them. Just a minute.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فثم وجه ولكنكم لا تنصرنه فأتمهن.
You can continue.
صادقاتهن.
Sorry, can you read this one again?
صادقاتهن.
No. Here you're prolonging the sword sound a bit too long.
Okay.
Just make sure that's for just 1 second. It's only a fatha.
صادقاتهن.
Very good.
يتوفاهن كسوتهن وليتم.
Jazakallah. That was very well done. Okay. Can I have another student, please?
Yeah, the next student is L275.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Can you please read the last two lines for me?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان. Can we start?
Yes, please continue.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بردهن أمهاتكم بأنفسهن اللهم لنبلونكم أجلهن فلنولينك إحداهن. Sorry.
Jazakallah. That was very good.
Okay.
Well done. Okay. Um, can I have another student, please?
Yeah. That was 275, right?
Yes.
L27. Yeah, and the next student is 277.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. So I'm going to just move on to the next slide here. So if you can start with this first line, please, here.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ar-Rahmanu, Ar-Rahimu, Al-Maliku, Al-Quddusu, As-Salamu, Al-Mu'minu, Al-Muhim, Al-Muhiminu, Al-Muhiminu,
Okay, so I'll correct that one. Al-Muhayminu.
Al-Muhayminu, Al-Azizu, Al-Jabbaru, Al-Mutakabbiru, Al-Khaliqu, Al-Bariu.
Make sure that wherever I have pointed out, highlighted actually. So these are the ones that rules that we've already covered in classes. So, like in this one here, can you tell me why the fa is highlighted here?
Because the sound is in Al-Khaliqu.
Exactly. It's one of the thick letters, isn't it?
Thick.
Ha and fa both are thick letters. So we have to make sure that the thick letters are pronounced from the throat. Al-Khaliqu.
Al-Khaliqu.
Yes.
Al-Quddusu.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.
Can I have one more student, please?
Yeah. The next student is L2. L275.
275?
Oh, sorry, we already had her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. The next student is L27 and 8. L278.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Can you please read from the third line for me?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم المصور الغفار القهار الوهاب الرزاق الفتاح العليم القابض الباسط الخافض الرافع المعز.
Jazakallah. That was very good. Okay. So now I will hand over to our teaching assistant, and she will be proceeding with the lesson. Can I please ask?
Assalamu alaikum.
Do you have the remote control?
Yes, I do have it. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. So we will now put all the rules that we've learned so far, including the one for today, to practice, and we'll start practicing with the Holy Quran. Could I please request the support teacher to unmute a student, please?
Yes, assalamu alaikum. So the first student for the practice is L2 7. Okay, so it's L279, please.
Okay, Jazakallah. L279, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, okay. Do you want to start practicing, and if you could please read the first ayat, please?
Yeah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا مما رزقناكم.
Let's start again. Ra.
رزقناكم.
It's razaq. So it's أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We've got a za here. رزقناكم.
رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا بيع فيه ولا خلة ولا شفاعة.
We are ending in Tamal Buddha, so in this case, if you're stopping, it would be Shafa'ah.
شفاعة.
Good.
والكافرون هم الظالمون.
Okay, brilliant, good. So we have to practice the vertical strokes as well. Make sure that you are giving 2 seconds to them. For example, here on A, we haven't covered the mud yet, but here we've got a small mud. We have to prolong this one for 4 seconds. It's mad munfasil. We'll be learning about this one in the next classes, inshallah. So this one, starting from here, would be A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Amanu. So give 2 seconds on the vertical fatha here. Do you want to try this one again? And also make sure, as we've learned in the lesson today, to have, because meme is carrying a shadda, it's meme mushaddad, we have to stress this one out for 2 seconds.
Okay, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. آمنوا أنفقوا مما رزقناكم.
Yeah. If you would continue, it would then be رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا بيع. So that's fine. Could you please repeat the last part here as well?
Yeah. والكافرون هم الظالمون.
Yes, brilliant. That's fine. So you are giving 2 seconds on the vowel madda and on the vowel madda here as well. That's good. Jazakallah. Jazakallah. Okay. Could I please have another student?
Yeah, sure. So the next student is L280. Let me just unmute them to L280, please, at the mic.
Okay, L280. Assalamu alaikum. L280. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
How are you?
I am fine, and you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good too. So, would you like to hold on? Let me just try and make it a bit bigger, maybe. To work? No, it's not. No, so that's fine. We'll keep it to the size we were on. But would you like to start from here?
Your voice is breaking up. The teaching assistant's voice is breaking up. Have you got a device nearby? Maybe a phone? If you could move that to the side, maybe it might help.
Yeah, could you hear me now? Is that fine?
That's good. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so we had L280. Could you please recite the highlighted part of the ayat, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله لا إله إلا هو هو sorry
Who?
who can I again
Yes, please. Yes.
الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم.
Okay. Jazakallah. Jazakallah. So, again, we haven't covered this one, but because Allah, the lam in the word Allah would be pronounced with a thicker sound, it would be Allah. The other thing, however, was giving 2 seconds on the vertical fatha. It would be ila. It's not ila. It's 2 seconds on the vertical stroke here. Also, the last part, your audio was a bit wobbly. I couldn't hear you properly. The last part as well and the first. So if you could do this one, the highlighted parts again, please, making sure that you are giving a thicker pronunciation on the word Allah and 2 seconds elongation on ila. And I'm not too sure. There was something here, but maybe it was just the audio which was going a bit bad. So if you could please recite this one again. Jazakallah.
الله لا إله إلا هو.
Brilliant. Well done.
الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم.
Brilliant. Really good. Jazakallah. Can we have another student, please?
Yes, of course. So the next student will be L282. L282, please.
Okay. L282. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you?
I am fine, and you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good too. Would you like to recite the next part of this ayah, which is starting with lahu, and it would go up to, let's do up to this part. So the highlighted part, please. Could you recite this first?
Okay. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahim. Lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. Man zal ladzi yashfa'u indahu illa bi'iznih. Jala.
Yeah. Do you want to continue?
Ya'lamu ma bayna aydihim wa ma khalfahum. Wala.
Yeah. So let's stop here for now. Very good recitation. And let me just highlight a few things. Again, we've got inverted dhamma here. It would be for 2 seconds, as we've learned a couple of classes ago. So that would be lahu. It's for 2 seconds. It's not for 1 second. And then we would have a madda here. It's alif madda because the alif is preceded by a fatha. So that again would be prolonged for 2 seconds. And then we've got 2 seconds on the ma and the wa, because again we've got 2 vertical strokes, vertical fathas here, and 2 seconds here again, 2 seconds here again because it's ya madda, fi. And would you like to just recite from here? So it would be A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard.
Lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard.
Yeah, brilliant, getting better. So what you can do is practice the vertical strokes to give them 2 seconds. And can you recite up to bi'izni again, please, from starting from here? Just this time. Yeah, from starting from the beginning here. Man
zallazi yashfa'u indahu illa bi'iznihi.
Okay, so we are not prolonging. We're not prolonging the single dhamma here. It's not inverted, so it will be still for 1 second. As practice, I suggest you go through giving the correct prolongation for each strokes. That's what I can do. Very good, Jazakallah. Okay, could we now have another student, please?
Yep, the next student is L283.
L283, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. So if you could recite from here, please, ya'lamu, and then if you could go on up to bima sha.
Okay. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Ya'lamu ma bayna aydihim wa ma khalfahum. ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء.
Okay, Jazakallah. So again, this is actually a yalin. So it's not. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but it's aydihim. It's aydihim. Aydihim. Do you want to practice this one? Aydihim.
Aydihim.
And then how would you pronounce this one? Just that part.
Wama.
Wama, or would you pronounce it wama?
Wama.
Why would you prolong it for 2 seconds here?
Alif.
Exactly. So the alif here is preceded by a fatha, and therefore this alif madda we would prolong for 2 seconds. How would you pronounce this part?
Yuhituna.
Brilliant. And so make sure that you do prolong for 2 seconds again here, because we've got the ya madda, the ya being preceded by the kasra. So it will be wala yuhituna, tu as well, because that's vaw madda. And here we have a mushaddad letter, so we have to connect. It will be illa, illa. Do you want to start reciting?
Illa.
Yeah. That's good. Do you want to practice, hold on, let me just highlight. This part of I is the highlighted one only, starting with wala.
Okay. وَلَا يُحِيطُونَ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنْ عِلْمِهِ إِلَّا بِمَا شَاءَ.
Yeah. So again, we would prolong here much more because we've got a madda and we've got a vertical kasra as well. Again, we have to connect here, so a bit more emphasis on the lam mushaddad. So it will be أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء. It will be من علمه إلا بما شاء. So I would prolong just for 1 second me, for 4 seconds he, and then illa. I'm connecting illa. So more emphasis on that. So as homework, you could obviously practice more on the elongations and the mushaddad letters, and that's basically just revision of today's lesson because we've covered mushaddad letters.
Okay.
Brilliant, Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.
Could I now hand over to the day teacher to conclude the class?
Yes, your last name is that. That was a very good lesson for us. Jazakallah. Okay, so I will just do quick recap. So in the previous lessons, what we've learned about up to now, we've learned about short vowels that are fatah, kasra, and dhamma, and we have learned that we only should prolong them for 1 second. We've learned about the long vowels that are fatah ishbaiya, kasra ishbaiya, and dhamma ishbaiya, and we have to make sure that we prolong these for 2 seconds. We have learned about huruf-e-tafkhim, which are the thick letters, and we have learned that there are 7 of these letters. Okay, just yes. So we have learned that there are 7 of the thick letters that are kha, sod, zod, ghain, do, zo, and fa. So we have to remember to always pronounce them with a thick sound. Then we learned about the letters of elongation, which are alif, waw, and ya. And then alif is preceded by a letter carrying fatah, and waw with a letter preceding waw with the preceding letter carrying dhamma, and ya with the preceding letter carrying kasra. We have to prolong the huruf-e-mad for 2 seconds. Today we learned about the Ghunnah and Mushaddad. So let's make sure that we all revise the lessons and practice these through the Holy Quran, as well as you can also revise these lessons by going to the NQC website, and you can listen to these lectures again to revise all these rules that we've learned so far and memorize them, and so that we can practice them when we are reciting the Holy Quran. So I hope we've all learned well today and will remember to implement all these rules and practice all these rules when we recite the Holy Quran. Jazakumullah ahsanul jaza to all the students who joined us today and participated with us as well.